Hello students, in this class we shall discuss power dissipated by capacitor in AC circuit. We have already discussed in the previous class that if an AC voltage epsilon, where epsilon is equal to V naught sin omega t is applied to a capacitor, then the resulting current will be I naught sin of omega t plus pi by 2. That means current leads voltage by 90 degree, where I naught was V naught by Xc, that is capacitive reactance, where Xc is equal to 1 by omega c. It was a short recap of the topic covered in the previous class. In this class we shall discuss what is the power dissipated by the capacitor. So instantaneous power is equal to instantaneous voltage into instantaneous current. Instantaneous voltage is nothing but epsilon. Instantaneous current is I. Then epsilon value is our V naught sin omega t. I value is I naught sin omega t plus pi by 2. This is equal to V naught I naught sin omega t sin 90 plus theta cos theta or cos omega t. Now multiply 2 divide also 2. This is equal to V naught I naught by 2 sin omega t cos omega t sin 2 omega t. Now this is our instantaneous power. That means at any moment capacitor dissipates this amount of power. Okay. Now from this expression, this is instantaneous. From this expression we shall go for finding the average power dissipated by the circuit over one complete cycle, as we already have done in case of inductor. Okay. So how to do it? Implies we have to take average on both sides, that is V naught I naught by 2 sin omega t cos omega t bar. Okay. Now since V naught I naught by 2 is a DC, is a constant value, so just take it outside the average value, average sign. So it will be V naught I naught by 2, and sorry, there is a big mistake, it's sin 2 omega t, it's sin 2 omega t, sin 2 omega t. Now it will be sin of 2 omega t bar. As you know, average value of a sinusoidal function is 0, so average power is equal to 0. Average power consumed by a capacitor over a complete cycle is 0. Okay, we have already done it in case of inductor, that's why I am not going in detail. Now, as we have already discussed how inductor consumes zero power over a complete cycle. That means in one quarter cycle it supplies power, in one quarter cycle it consumes power. Thereby over a complete cycle it neither consumes nor supplies. In this case also it is happening to be the same thing. That's why we have to go for the waveform to understand it clearly, that how average power is becoming zero over a complete cycle. So for it we have to go for the waveform. So let us go for the waveform. First we have to go for draw the voltage waveform. Voltage was, our voltage was V naught sine omega t. So how to draw it? This is V naught. Then our current I was I naught sine omega t plus pi by 2. That means 90 degree ahead. That means current will start from here. I cannot go here, so I have to start from here. Okay, like this. Its amplitude is I naught. Okay, let us make it more appropriate. Now it looks better. So this is voltage waveform and this is current waveform. Now from this we have to draw the power curve. Pi is equal to this much. Okay, that is nothing but voltage into current. So finally you look here, this is also a sinusoidal wave, but its frequency is 2 omega. Here voltage is having frequency omega, current is also having frequency omega, but here 2 omega. That means within one waveform of voltage or current there will be two waves of power, because frequency is double or time period is half. So from this point to this point there is a complete cycle. This is 2 pi. There is a complete cycle. That means within this cycle there will be two waves of power. That means within this range, this is half wave of a voltage. That means within this range there will be one wave of power. So how to draw it? Okay, now this is power wave. Similarly in this also another wave. Okay, similarly in this also another wave, like this. So this peak value is V naught I naught by 2. This is amplitude. V naught I naught by 2. Okay. Now this is complete waveform of power. Now we have to analyze it. Okay. So first look. Let me first. Okay, I'll mark later. First, let us try to understand. Within this quarter cycle, this is pi by 2, so this is a quarter cycle. Total cycle, half cycle, quarter cycle. Within this quarter cycle, current is positive, voltage is positive, so power is positive. Okay, because power is voltage into current. So positive power means dissipation. That means within this quarter cycle, capacitor consumes power. So I can mark it also. Okay, this is consumption or dissipation. Better you write it as dissipation. Okay, power positive here means, because we are finding expression for instantaneous power, that means power dissipation. So now here it is dissipation. Then look here, within this quarter cycle voltage is positive, current is negative, positive into negative, that's why power is negative. Negative power means supply, positive power means dissipation, negative means supply. That means capacitor supplies power to the circuit. So this is supply. Okay, now same thing here, this is another consumption or dissipation, and this is another supply. Okay, here you can also observe, you look here, both current and voltage are negative, that's why product is positive, that's why power is positive. Here current is positive, voltage is negative, so product is again negative, so power is negative. That means within one complete cycle there are 4 quarter cycles. In first quarter cycle capacitor dissipates energy. In another quarter cycle it supplies the same amount of energy because the magnitude of these waves is same. Then again in a third quarter cycle it again consumes. Then in fourth quarter cycle it again supplies. That means two times within one complete cycle it supplies and 2 times it consumes power. So at the end of one cycle it neither supplies nor consumes, so total power dissipation will be 0. So this is the logic. Okay, now this is the complete waveform. With this your capacitor is also over. In the next class we shall discuss, I think, RLC circuit. Thank you.